Hello to this Pokepal Draft League Week 5. This week I am playing Austin, Lay Potato Chip, and honestly, that makes me probably the most stressed I've ever been team building. Everyone in this league is a great player, but Austin is both a great player and just a psychopathic team builder at times in the best way possible. So to have to fight him in a draft league with a team that's as strong on paper as it is very scary. So to start off, he has his Ogerpon Hearthflame, Roaring Moon, Manaphy that are kind of my main worries. Wheezing has done work for him the past weeks. Hoopa doesn't seem that worrisome just because of its speed tier, and in front of like my Darkrai, it's not really hitting with either of its stabs. Hitmontop, I have some things for. You can probably see this Adrenaline Orb already, but we can talk about that in a second. Typhlosion, like a Scarf, Eruption, Typhlosion, like Terra Ghost to get out of Fake Out, probably isn't going to Oko things with like Scarf and Terra Ghost instead of any damage boost, but that's still very scary, so I have some speed tiers set up for that. Bramblegast with Wind Rider is a little weird for Kilowattrel. Kilowattrel I feel like is the most custom this week. Alolan Golem is the only one I straight up just don't think is going to come at all. And Blastoise is a good fake out user. I went back and watched some of his other weeks. He did like an Iron Defense Body Press, and it theoretically can like Shell Smash Water Spout. So, very threatening team. Gonna start with this Deoxys. I went with Covert Cloak and Terra Ghost on Darkrai to get out of fake out leads. That's basically what that Terra is for. A couple worries is Roaring Moon setting up Tailwind for speed control, along with like Manaphy setting up Tail Glows. So I have Taunt, Icy Wind. Austin has done Clear Amulet, Dragon Dance, Roaring Moon, in which case like Icy Wind isn't going to be helpful, but Taunt will. But if it is Speed Booster, Deoxys actually isn't going to outspeed it. But if it's Speed Booster, we'll deal with it. I almost brought my Wheezing this week kind of for that, but it's weird bringing the Wheezing in front of Wheezing. And it's just weird. I don't think I can necessarily cover for everything, but at least watching like two of his matches, I don't necessarily think he will do the speed booster. But again, if he does, I ended up just opting for Follow Me, because like his best spread move on Roaring Moon would be Breaking Swipe, so that is very manageable if I can have my other Pokemon swing on it for a turn. But separately, I also went with Terra Fighting Focus Blast, which, no matter the special attack I have, is not actually gonna one-shot Roaring Moon, whether it stays the Dark or Steel, although obviously he can go like Fire and Flying as well. But it seemed, I did that week 1 with the Gravity. Fighting is actually a fine defensive Terra type as well, because if Roaring Moon wants to like knock me off, for example, Fighting is obviously going to resist that. Icy Wind, Gravity, Taunt, Focus Blast, a bunch of speed. This will outspeed the Scarf Typhlosion though. I only need to be like 251 for that, but I'm just 255. It's fine. I've gotten bit in the ass in some past weeks for not going max speed on Deoxys and it getting outsped by a Scarfmon I wasn't expecting. So I'm just kind of going 255. Darkrai, I really was not gonna do Gravity Dark Void things for a minute. He has a Hitmontop with Wide Guard, and he's a great player. I think he will probably have an amount of Chesto or Lumberries or something. Nothing on his team gets Safeguard, but I just think he's going to respect it, and so I was thinking about just not bringing it. But as I kept building the team out, and I really didn't necessarily need like the Ice Beam or anything on the Darkrai, I just decided to opt for Dark Void anyway. Definitely not going to overly rely on it. Like, I don't think I'll go for it game 1, like Gravity Dark Void things, but it's an option that is there. I think is better than any other forced move. Dark Pulse and Psychic is pretty standard. Dark Pulse is just gonna hit really hard. Like it's gonna hit slightly less hard, but into like the Hitmontop and the Weezing in particular will be very, very good. This Kilowattrel is definitely the most kind of custom for his team compared to how I built it other weeks. It's very anti-Hitmontop, which might be kind of leaning too hard into the one specific Pokemon, but it's equally, we have this Terra Ice, Terra Blast for like Bramblegast because I can't actually hit it with any of my special flying type moves due to Wind Rider. And then Thunderbolt, will hit Manaphy or Terra Ice, Terra Blast if it goes Terra Grass. It'll hit Hearth Flame for neutral, although obviously flying would be super effective. Can hit Roaring Moon super effectively. So I think there's real potential to actually get some value out of this Terra Ice, Terra Blast, although I wouldn't normally run something like that. But it is Bolt Beam things as well. So even the things that's not hitting super effective, the idea of the combination is it's hard to find a resist for both, so I think it'll work. And I was really stuck on the item, because I felt like Covert Cloak, I wanted Life Orb on Darkrai, and Focus Sash Smeargle were more important on those three Pokemon than Kilowattrel. So I was thinking like a Citrus, I was thinking, weeks past I've gone like a Yachi Berry, but that was in front of like the Qianpao or the Bundle, if memory serves. And with Roaring Moon being the only thing that'll like naturally outspeed, or like a Scarf Pokemon, it would probably be like a Scarf Typhlosion, which I can't do Fire Resist Berry, so it's not super effective. Same thing with Roaring Moon, like they're not hitting me super effective, so I was really just struggling on the item. But if Adrenaline Orb and Competitive can trigger in front of the Hitmontop, in my mind that'll de-incentivize him from bringing Hitmontop in the future, which Wide Guard is stopping Dark Void, and so maybe, that way I can end up relying on that shenanigans. But I think it'll be good regardless. Like, even if Competitive doesn't proc, still Thunderbolt and Terra Ice, Terra Blast, and Tailwind, so I'm not too worried about it. Smeargle, Follow Me, Fake Out Spore, it rarely will change from those three. They're just the moves. And I did think about changing off Focus Sash. The only thing it would do is like on a Follow Me, probably give like a free switch to something in the back. If I do like Follow Me to allow Kilowattrel to get the Tailwind up. But I think it's probably more worth to just have the Sash, potentially get a Moody boost, still be able to Follow Me the turn after. Or Spore if I get the speed, or even if I don't. But yeah. Fairly normal Smeargle. I Faint, kind of again for the potential Wide Guard on Hitmontop, but equally just for any amount of protecting he wants to do in front of me. I think, especially with Tailwind up, and or just like Adrenaline Orb Competitive, in front of Darkrai in general, it's fair to want to protect into a lot of my team, and I think Faint will get more value than any like Wide Guard or Quick Guard or most other moves I could think of. I don't really want to go Decorate. Faint can also theoretically help just finish a Sash, unless it's like a Bramblegast, but I think Faint will come in handy. Gengar, I didn't love kind of running back the same Gengar as last week, and I think I brought it another week. Main thing is I did put Icy Wind on over the Trick. I think it'll get way more value. This Gengar, I think it's outspeeding Roaring Moon. I don't know why I'm blanking now. No. Roaring Moon's 119. Yeah. Roaring Moon with Booster is just kind of an issue. But theoretically, we have 2 Fake Outs, and I have an Intimidate on Scrafty. We can play around it. But it is surely outspeeding everything else. I do have to be aware of Bramblegast just kind of eating the Icy Winds will be annoying. I don't need Terra Fairy for taking up the Roaring Moon, which is also, I suppose, hitting him on top super effective. But I just felt like I didn't need Terra Fairy. So just Terra Ghost to extra boost up this Shadow Ball. Looking at Hearth Flame, I'm thinking maybe I could even go Poison. Then I am kind of making myself weak to the Fake Outs. And two Shadow Balls will pick up regardless. I don't know. Gengar Terra type is probably my least confident pick so far. I feel pretty good about everything else I'm doing, but you know, I didn't feel like there was a defensive type I loved. I feel like there was an offensive type I loved, so I think Ghost is fine. And then Scrafty, back to Assault Vest with knockoff. Did go for close combat over the potential Drain Punch. I'm just worried about kind of lack of damage as per usual on my team. Definitely realizing I've drafted a very supportive team, which wasn't necessarily surprised by. But then when I start to build the teams, I really realize that it is Scrafty or Gigas that is doing all my physical damage. And, you know, Scrafty's a lot easier to put on a team. I had Weezing and Gigas on for a second, but it just felt weird. Regigigas Scarfed is still... Scarfed and Jolly is still speed tying Typhlosion, Timid, and Scarfed. And so I didn't like a speed tie there. Gengar, at least with that Scarfed, is outspeeding that Typhlosion still. So that's how I ended up with these two. I think it's just more flexible in general. Iron Head is mostly for Weezing, because otherwise I just don't have a great way to hit it. Everything else, knockoff and close combat, hits at least for neutral on the team. So I think it's pretty good. Terra Fire is kind of for Manaphy potential Dazzling Gleam and Typhlosion Eruption things, and Hearth Flame. It is weak to Manaphy Scald and Blastoise, but in front of them, you know, Manaphy mostly, I'm trying to just at least get a turn of not super effective. Blastoise I'm not as worried about, and it is still Assault Vest with good special bulk, so should eat hits. Yeah, this I think is the most time I spent building a team. Like I said at the beginning, very worried looking at Austin's team and knowing what he is willing to do as a team builder. So very excited for this match. We have a little bit, so I'll be back in like an hour or so, or I think 2 hours actually, but anyway. Okay, surprisingly, he actually messaged me minutes after I finished recording that team building part, just asking to play a little bit earlier. So we are here now. I'm glad I finished building the team when I did. Okay, we have Weezing, Ogerpon, Hearthflame. The Roaring Moon is flying, so Terra Ice, Terra Blast can theoretically hit it. Fairy Hoopa. We brought Hoopa's past week. I only watched 2 of his weeks, but I didn't actually see him bring it to a game because it's just a weird speed tier. Hitmontop and Manaphy. So there's no Blastoise fake out. Does still have this Weezing. Doesn't really like the Darkrai. I think I lead the Kilowatt Trail and Scrafty. It'll intimidate, you know, save for Weezing, the Hearthflame, potentially Roaring Moon, and if it is clear Amulet, I could get that information, and Hitmontop. I can intimidate. I'm just feeling a Hitmontop lead is part of what is happening. And if Kilowatt Trail gets the boost, I do think I want Smeargle for Follow Me to just kind of let Kilowatt Trail hit everything. But then Hearthflame is kind of the biggest quote-unquote issue. In which case, I don't know, maybe it's Gengar Darkrai. I think it's Kilowatt Trail, Scrafty, Gengar Darkrai. Okay, Ogerpon Weezing. I can... Oh! Okay, he didn't go Neutralizing Gas. I don't know why I didn't think of that as an option. So Dark Void is basically off the table. That's definitely why we are not going for that week 1. I do think if he doesn't have Misty Train up, he probably didn't compensate elsewhere. I think this is a relatively free Tailwind fake out Ogerpon. I do slightly struggle to hit Ogerpon the turn after, but it is still intimidated. My issue is like I don't necessarily want to overpredict turn 1, but I do think there is a world it is just Spiky Shield Ogerpon and he attacks Weezing. But I don't think I can allow that. Nope, I'm glad I faked it out. I'm very glad I faked it out. Thunderbolt hits now. Strange Steam. He knows it's Assault Vest from that. He's a good player. He is no question in his mind that that is an Assault Vest Crafty. From here, like I would theoretically like to keep Intimidate up, but that would obviously mean switching something into this Scrafty slot. Ogerpon is going to outspeed Scrafty still. But I think it might just target Kilowattrel. Thunderbolt is not KOing. This is tough. Like theoretically, if it's Ivy Cudgel, Strange Steam, Protect Gengar switch is not bad. But what else can he do? He can do a lot. Ivy Cudgel neutral, like attack, but with Terrifier is probably picking up Kilowattrel. I think we just try, but I don't want to just double trade. I think we Thunderbolt, switch in Gengar. Yeah, oh, that doesn't do anything. What? That didn't do anything. Darkrai will... Does Psychic pick up Weezing, or does he have too much? I think it's still the switch regardless. I think Dark Pulse kills Ogerpon for sure. Wow, Thunderbolt didn't do any damage. Could switch Scrafty. No. Huh, this is kind of awkward. I almost think I Terra Go Shadow Ball to try and guarantee this KO. I think that's pretty real. Roaring Moon. Yeah, good switch. I definitely thought about the Dazzling Gleam, but it didn't seem that real. Yeah, oh, I'm pretty fucked. That was bad. I think it's Protect... Oh, and it is Booster. Oh my god. Okay, we're getting good information game 1, though. This is... Okay. So... I think I Dark Pulse, switch in Scrafty. I think that has to be the move. He's not switching Weezing back in this turn, but I at least get the attack drop on Roaring Moon. I think he Tailwinds, yeah. But at least I have the Fake Out pressure here. I know that's Life Orb. I don't think he switches Weezing back in, because he doesn't want to... Okay, he does. Darkrai doesn't have a great way to hit Roaring Moon. But Strange Steam is too much of an issue from Weezing to not... but if he just protects Weezing... If he protects Weezing, this is really awkward. I think I need to go for Fake Out. Oh man. Yeah, I got put in a very bad spot. I need to be able to do more damage to Hearth Flame off the get-go. Okay. I think he's just gonna protect Weezing. No, Hoopa. Oh, okay, so it is Magician. Shit, that was well played. Okay. So now I know it's Misty Seed, which is fair. It's Magician. Scarf, Gengar. Are you gonna outspeed Hoopa? think he will. I think we go Icy Wind Dark Pulse. And we see if we can't just kind of snag this game. Oh, I disabled Snarl, which is interesting. Oh my god, yeah, the 4-time super effective. I get a KO there. I can be so degenerate and go for like Protect Dark Void. Or Protect Icy Wind, then next turn Dark Void. But I think, like, does he not? I feel like he targets down Gengar. I actually think, I mean, he knows it's Scarf Gengar as well, too. Like, he has zero doubts about Assault Vest, Scarf, and Life Orb. Oh, no, I still have Choice Scarf. For a second, I thought I missed something, and he Magicianed Scarf. I think I just go Icy Wind, Psychic. Oh my god, Gengar lives that with the attack drop. Psychic. The F drop. Strange Theme. Picks up. Oh, I couldn't have Dark Voided anyway. Yeah, I made the right move there. Yeah, that crit. Damn, okay. Oh, man. Oh, he's typing. He's typing in Discord. What is he typing about? No, he stopped. Okay. So it is Speed Booster Roaring Moon, which is an issue. He did not bring Hitmontop to that game. It is Misty Surge, Wheezing. What do I do about this? I think I can Scarf Gengar. Scarf Gengar Kilo Wetro? Like, even neutral, he's actually living that acrobatic. So I can Kilowatro Gengar. Am I not bringing Deoxys? I mean, it's always Darkrai. Here goes Scrafty Deoxys. I think Scrafty is actually really good with the non-clear amulet and the Ogerpon. Yeah. Okay. Now. If I Sludge Bomb Ogerpon and Thunderbolt it, even with Terra, does that pick up with Terra? The question is whether or not that picks up with Terra. And then I am kind of just letting Manaphy set up like a Tail Glow or attack. Maybe I Thunderbolt Manaphy. I don't know, that doesn't seem real. Manaphy is 100. Yeah, it's 100 across the board. 78. That's speeding. I think we Thunderbolt Sludge Bomb. I don't know. I don't think this picks up. Okay, Protect Manaphy is decent. Yeah, it's just not picking up. Damn, that's okay. That is genuinely a-okay. Because now, I think I Scrafty, Fake Out, Ogerpon. Or do I Fake Out the Manaphy ever? What about Darkrai? I think Darkrai's actually better. I think Darkrai's better. And we just go for Dark Pulse on Manaphy and Sludge Bomb still. And Roaring Moon kind of eats it. Yeah, I know. In front of Darkrai, I think he is kind of forced to bring in Weezing, but you're not like eating that. Dark Pulse. Oh! I'm getting disgustingly lucky on Dark Pulse Flinch. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, that helps me a lot, obviously. Wow. I think I Psychic Weezing because I just want to pick up the KO and then just get more damage off. Take heart. You heal a little bit from that? No, I think you heal from statuses. Proto Speed. I mean, he can get Tailwind off. I don't think Manaphy gets like a Giga Drain or Dazzling Gleam. No, it gets Dazzling Gleam. I don't think it gets Giga Drain or Draining Kiss. That Sludge Bomb might not pick up. Do I Protect Switch to Scrafty? I'm worried about the D-Gleam on Scrafty Switch. D-Gleam on Scrafty Switch could be really, really, really bad. But theoretically, no, Scrafty can finish if I just pick up a KO here. Oh, Protect on the double is annoying. Fuck. Oh, I think it's more than just annoying. Because I was thinking one of them would get the KO. I think I just kind of need to pray one of them still gets this KO. Oh, Darkrai lives? Okay, okay. It goes down. Okay, it goes down. I think Terrifier Scrafty pops off. Do I need to Terrifier immediately? I feel like the Fake Out is so obvious to pick up that I almost just want to Fake Out Roaring Moon instead. In which case, I'll do this. Okay. Then knock off Sludge Bomb. Ogerpon's not hitting for super effective. I think Terrifier Scrafty cleans up here. Yeah, Acrobatics, Cudgel, Sludge Bomb for chip. Okay, oh, Terrifier Scrafty clutches up here. Okay, whew. That was a close game. I wonder if I ever press knockout to not show him close combat. Too late for that now. Okay. He hasn't brought Hitmontop. Bro has no way of knowing that I am fucking Adrenaline Orb Kilowatt Trail and he has not brought Hitmontop. I think the Dark Pulse Flinch, like with how tight that game was at the end, might have saved the whole game. I think I Kilowatt Trail Gengar again, but I actually protect Kilowatt Trail turn 1. Do I run back Darkrai Scrafty? Yeah, I think Smeargle has use. Like, the Feint would have been pretty real in the end there. Follow Me is good. It is D-Gleam on the Manaphy. Not surprising in a Darkrai Scrafty. I feel like Darkrai Scrafty is too good. Like, Gengar outspeed everything, not the Roaring Moon, which it also doesn't get O-code by. I think this is too good. Like, do I protect or do I match Tailwind, actually? If it's Snarl Roaring Moon. I think I just click a Tailwind. Well, I think I Protect Switch to Scrafty. I think it Protect Switch to Scrafty. I think it's Tailwind, Ivy Cudgel into Kilowatt Trail. Unless it's into Scrafty, which I can live. Yeah, okay. That is good. I think I match Tailwind and fake out Ogerpon. Because I can't really afford to delay it another turn. Oh, Taunt! Motherfucker! Okay. Nothing is living this Ivy Cudgel. But do I need to get Tailwind back up if Roaring Moon dies? Does he not switch Roaring Moon out into Weezing, though? Because I think he might switch Roaring Moon into Weezing. No, the raw acrobatics. I think I should have Terra-Fired. Because I can't stop from getting Tailwind up. Wow. This is not the best. But I think if I do Icy Wind, Terra-Fire, Close Combat... No, because he has Protect. Doesn't he? He's used Protect. No, he doesn't. He used Snarl. Snarl's his last move. Okay. No, Icy Wind, Terra-Fire, Close Combat is actually my way out. Okay, Roaring Moon's dead. I have Gengar spamming Icy Wind. Manaphy at half. I don't know if I'm outspeeding. This isn't outspeeding. But if Scrafty goes down, everything's still relatively well, but it can just double KO. I don't think I have a way around that. No, Darkrai will live something. Darkrai will live something. It's Icy Wind Darkrai. Oh, and he switches Weezing. Okay, this is huge. Like I don't care what button Manaphy pressed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't live that handedly, but I live it. I need to get Gengar pressing an offensive move now, which means I think I need to get Scrafty in. And I think Scrafty will probably die on Switch, because I can't imagine he doesn't attack it. Is this manageable? Is this doable? I need to get Gengar pressing Shadow Ball. Do I not just Psychic Weezing this turn still? Because I think it's Protect. No, we Protect. Yep, because he protects Weezing. Okay. Okay, that's a good turn for us. Fake Out, Psychic is picking up either Weezing or Ogerpon. Oh, it doesn't pick up Weezing. Oh my god. I'm getting bailed out by RNG. Wow. And I think... Press knockoff in case... No, it's 4 times. No, it's only 2. I think I knock off Dark Pulse. Wow, I'm getting so bailed. And there's no denying how bailed out I'm getting. Holy cow. This is fine. This is fine, no? Oh my god, I think... I might have just gotten so bailed out by RNG. I mean, he could... No, if he lived Psychic, he can't have put in enough speed. Oh, ability shield for my Weezing. That is hilarious. I don't die to spiky shield, so I just have to protect or attack into the one that's not protecting. Oh my god. Holy shit. I got bailed out so hard in the Dark Pulse. Oh my god. Holy shit. I got bailed out so hard. Like, I can't deny that for a second. Jesus. It does happen. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think he would be like too upset by it. He's a very experienced player, and this is a draft league, but I actually should be 3, so you giveth, you taketh. Exactly. I just. Oh. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna turn the recording off now, but that, I got so bailed out. He's such a good player, and I got so bailed out by the RNG, but we take those. Taketh and giveth.